Generating traffic and sales can be a challenge for online merchants. But selling on the Walmart Marketplace puts your products in front of millions of customers who shop on Walmart.com. And right now, sellers who join Walmart Marketplace can save up to 50% on referral and fulfillment fees for the first 90 days. So get started today. Head over to marketplace.walmart.com/savings. That's marketplace.walmart.com/savings.
Today's podcast is sponsored by SLI Systems, providers of intelligent site search and navigation solutions. Learn more at sli-systems.com and listen to their interviews at ecommercepodcast.com. Welcome to E-Commerce Conversations, a weekly podcast focusing on e-commerce topics featuring interviews with prominent people in the e-commerce space.
Well, I'm Kerry Murdoch, and this is E-Commerce Conversations by Practical E-Commerce. Our topic today is the marketing to mobile phone users, and specifically SMS marketing to mobile phone users. To help us sort this out, we've invited Jared Reisen. Jared is the CEO of mobileStorm, a digital marketing company that focuses on SMS marketing services. Jared launched mobileStorm in 1999, and prior to that, he was CEO of Catalyst Music Group, an independent record label and new media company. Jared speaks on panels and at conferences about new media technologies, including mobile technologies. And Jared, we want to thank you for your time today, sir.
Thank you very much, Kerry, for having me.
Jared, tell us, what is SMS marketing?
Well, SMS stands for Short Message Service, and it was invented by Ericsson in the Nordic part of the world. And basically, they initially developed it to use it as a way. Actually, you know what? I apologize. It was actually Telenor that invented it, and they use it as a way to alert their customers for billing situations. And it's a 160-character plain text message that gets delivered over the SMPP protocol, which is really a protocol that carriers use, the carriers such as AT&T and Verizon, to deliver these messages. And initially, it started out really more as a functional thing for carriers to be able to deliver that, billing information to phones. Now it's used around the world for commerce. It's used for marketing, and it's just exploding right now, especially here in the United States.
mobileStorm provides SMS marketing services. Tell us how that works.
Sure. Well, in a nutshell, you, just like any other type of channel like email, you build a database of mobile phone numbers, and you could do that through various ways. People could fill out a form online. People can text in. I'm sure we've all seen American Idol, and you can text the word vote to a 5-digit short code to vote for your favorite American Idol. And that's really a way that people can acquire and build a database. You could have a keyword. Maybe you're a job recruitment firm and you're recruiting waiters, and you could text the word waiter to a short code. That's one way to get people into your database. And so what we provide at mobileStorm is a very easy do-it-yourself platform that enables you to build your database through those various ways. And then once you've built that data, be able to market to those people. And because text messaging is to cell phones, and cell phones can really be anywhere at any time, you can really have a very powerful and impactful message. You could reach people at the most critical point, maybe when they're just about to go to lunch. If they subscribe to your restaurant and they want to receive specials or coupons or discounts, you could hit them up right when they're about to go to lunch and say, hey, come into our Italian restaurant and get 10% off today or get 2 for 1. So it has this incredible immediacy to it. And also there's a big psychological aspect to text messaging. It's that rare channel that actually buzzes your pocket. And you're going, wow, who's trying to get in touch with me? And you take your phone out of your pocket, and there's no other channel that does that right now. So it's very powerful in the sense that you see really great response rates and people reacting to your message. I believe that 90% of text messages are responded to within the first 15 minutes.
Jared, how much does your service cost for our listeners?
Well, We have two types of services. One is for our small business customers, and that actually can start at $20 a month and gives you right around 100 or 200 messages. And we also have our full service, sort of professional platform, if you will, and that kind of starts around $500 a month. And larger customers with larger databases and maybe some integration needs, can sign up with that service. So it really just depends on what you want, but we really can cover a large spectrum of different sized companies.
So the fee is the fee based on the number of messages sent or the size of the database or both?
No, that's a great question. We charge actually for the amount of messages sent. The carriers charge us for the amount of messages sent, so we in turn have to charge our customers. And, we also have other services we provide, additional services above and beyond the messaging costs. We have different levels of support depending upon what your organization's needs. We have different services that, like, imagine a module that you could add on for a monthly fee. One module might be a coupon management module where I can actually create personalized coupons and then deliver them out to my customers. You could turn that service on for an additional fee. Text to screen is a new thing coming out. If you're at a concert where you can, see, who's going to win the President of the United States, which is kind of fitting today since it's the vote day here. But, text the word Obama or McCain, and you can see on a screen in real time voting changing. And so that module could be added on. So as a mobile marketing platform, it's not just our job to deliver text messages, but it's our job to build really great services around those messages and features that enable our customers to perform many different types of mobile marketing tasks.
Jared, our listeners are e-commerce merchants, of course. Let's walk through a hypothetical example here. Let's assume one of our listeners sells, say, running shoes. Walk us through how that online running shoe merchant can use text marketing, SMS marketing, to help their online business of selling running shoes.
Well, I guess if you're running shoes, I guess they can't walk you through anything. We'll get a rim shot there, but now, so there's a few ways, right? So the first thing is, and this is happening now in the ticketing world, right? So this is happening now with like Ticketmaster and these sort of companies. If I created a profile, let's say with Nike in this case, and I could say, here's my cell phone number. I can double opt in, meaning I get a code sent to my phone, and I either plug that code in on a form on the website, or I reply yes over the phone, just to confirm that this is my phone, it's on me, and I do want to use this service. And what could happen now is I could very, very easily walk into a Nike store, and I could text the product ID, and I could get a message back that says, "Are you sure you want to buy these shoes? It's going to be $80," and I could reply back yes. And they store all my credit card information already. So when if I come back online, I don't have to pull out my credit card again. I just say, yeah, use this previous card, and all that can be done now over mobile. And you don't, as long as your profile and your credit information is stored somewhere, I can just pull my phone out. And I'm using text messaging, right? Not that the text message is charging my credit card, but I'm using text messaging as a way of getting my credit card charged. We also see right now text messaging being used for security purposes. So, for instance, if I'm making a purchase online, some e-commerce companies right now are saying, hey, create a secret, we're going to go ahead and before any purchase can be made, we're going to send a message to your phone, and it's going to have a 4-digit PIN. In order to complete this purchase, you have to put that PIN number in. So now nobody can steal my credit card. Nobody can try to purchase things from me online at eBay, let's say, for instance, because eBay won't allow that transaction to go through unless a message gets sent out to my cell phone with a 4-digit PIN, and I have to put that 4-digit PIN on the form online, so I can't even complete my transaction. So you see it being used for security purposes and fraud prevention. And the next sort of commerce piece that text messaging can do right now, and this actually is using text messaging to facilitate the purchase, and that's called premium SMS. And I'm sure a lot of us have purchased a ringtone or wallpaper, and that $2.99 charge shows up on our cell phone bill, and we pay our cell phone bill. Well, the content producer of the ringtone or the wallpaper is getting paid, is getting a check cut to them from a company like mobileStorm, who then, of course, is getting paid by the carrier. And now I can facilitate purchases of content right over my phone just simply by sending in a text message. Maybe, there's sometimes people charge for joke of the day or a horoscope. and all that can be billed right through my carrier. So we're really starting to see carriers become more like credit card agencies, and I think that's where the future is going to start moving, and using SMS to really facilitate those purchases.
You mentioned, Jarrett, that SMS marketers must first collect cell phone numbers, ideally in a double opt-in manner. What are some most you've addressed this already to a degree, but what are the most cost-effective ways for if a merchant's listening to this, they want to collect the cell phone number and get the approval of that cell phone user to send them SMS messages? What's the most cost-effective way for a merchant to do that?
That's a good question. So it really depends upon the channel that you're trying to market your service. So each channel has a different value to it. So for instance, and here's the great thing about mobile, it's that one rare channel that can be integrated into every other channel. For instance, a billboard, you're driving down the street. You could say, hey, text the word so-and-so to my short code, and, let's say it's a Gap ad, and, become a Gap mobile member and get 10% off. And so I have to pay now for that billboard, and, and so that might be a higher cost because a billboard costs money, versus I might already be buying media online on television, and I might be able to integrate, that call to action on a television commercial or in radio, or I might be able to do it online. I might be able to utilize my current email database and send an email out promoting this new mobile club. And so, it really depends upon where you're currently buying media, what avenues you're advertising. And then from there, you can figure out, well, hey, this billboard costs us X amount of money per month. We've been able to acquire X amount of subscribers, and you can really do a simple, ROI on that matter. But again, just acquiring a subscriber doesn't necessarily mean they're worth $1 to you. As an organization, you've got to figure out what that person is worth. And I think a lot of companies have done that with email, especially the e-commerce companies. When you build an email database, and I send an email to 1,000 people, and I roughly get a 10%, a 10% conversion rate, and my average, my average product cost is $100. I know pretty much I'm going to make $1,000 from each campaign. And so then you can put a number to say, hey, each one of these users are worth $1 or $2. So I think you got to figure those metrics out internally on SMS as well. And then from there, you'll be able to figure out, as you're placing SMS in these various channels, what your ROI is. That make sense?
Sure. How does a cell phone user opt out of an SMS marketing campaign? What if they decide they don't want to receive any more marketing messages? Can they opt out in a way?
It's real simple. Per the carrier requirements and also the Mobile Marketing Association, which is the governing body of mobile marketing, best practice is that you have the word stop. Anybody to any message can simply reply with the word stop, although there is some other messages, other words that are also can be used, such as end, quit, unsubscribe, or remove. And any one of those messages should actually get the person off the list very, very easily. And then you should get a message back saying, confirming you've been removed from and no longer will receive messages.
Okay. Jared, our listeners, again, are e-commerce merchants. Anything else you'd like to say to them today as it applies to text message marketing, SMS marketing? Anything else on your mind?
Absolutely. And 95% of cell phones now have text message capabilities, and 87% of the United States population has a cell phone. So the penetration rates are unbelievable. People keep saying, text is next, or, it's just around the corner, and I think I totally disagree. I think it's now. When we started mobileStorm in 1999, it was very hard to get people to pay for text messages, let alone know what the heck it was, and the adoption rate wasn't there. But it's here, and one of the most important things that people can take away from this is if you think about how long somebody keeps their cell phone number versus how long somebody keeps an email address. Email addresses change on a yearly basis. 33% of a database, email database, is going to churn out. But a cell phone number, people, now that you can take my cell phone number for Verizon to AT&T and AT&T to T-Mobile, people are really keeping this number, and they're going to keep it for life, and they're actually replacing their home phones. So by getting their cell phone number, it's like getting that individual's IP address. And so I cannot stress enough how important it is that even if you don't have a mobile strategy now, you at least recognize how important it is, how long people keep their cell phone numbers, and you start building your database.
Well, the website is mobilestorm.com. And Jared Wrightson, CEO of mobileStorm, we want to thank you for your time today, sir.
Thank you very much, Kerry. It was great talking with everybody, and we'll catch you later.
Thank you.
Thanks.
That's all the time we have for this week's e-commerce conversation. I hope you enjoyed it. Please tune in next week for another new episode.